I first came to this site in the winter of 1992. And at that time, Heidi and I had just started Littorai, and we were excited about finding vineyards in the Anderson Valley. We were looking for places that had great wine quality potential, the right clones planted, and someone who was passionate about wine quality. And at that time, most of what was planted in Anderson Valley, which was not owned by a winery, was going to sparkling wine. And so it was really hard to find something that was really high quality and where the owner was interested and passionate for wine. And so we found this site, and it was owned by Rich Savoy, but nothing in the wine business is simple, so it was never called Savoy Vineyards. Rich called it Deer Meadows. And I talked to Rich, we saw the site, I loved the site, and I talked to Rich about buying fruit by the acre, and Rich agreed. So this is the first modern by the acre contracts in California. And in order to sort of celebrate that, underline it, whatever, we decided to call it 1 acre. So we purchased 1 acre of fruit on a by the acre basis. And that acre is the one that's behind you with a couple of other spots. So we're on a little knoll where over the course of 25 years or 20 years when Littorai was purchasing the fruit here, that acre did wander a little tiny bit across this knoll depending on what Rich wanted me to try or what was going on. But it was always purchased not by the ton. And I was attracted to the site because I knew it would be relatively late to ripen. We're at the top of the hill, almost 2,000 feet up above Boonville. And it has this very, I don't know if you can sense it through the camera, but it has this very gently rolling, peaceful feel. And the amazing thing about it is that the wine reflects that. The wine has this lovely generosity, unlike Cerise, which has much more sort of tannin and angles to it. What really strikes me about the wine from this particular property and of the 1 acre site is that it's got plenty of tannin and has plenty of structure, but it's very seductive wine. It's very rich. It's kind of very floral, very rose petal. And you could see that right away, even in the juice back in 1993. And so we always stuck with the vineyard for many years while Rich owned it. And then in the summer of 2016, Rich was ready to sell, and we were very fortunate that he agreed to sell it to us. So I want to turn the tables on the cameraman, and Sam, you have a much more recent version of or experience of this property. What was your impression when you first came here, or as you got to know it, or what was your take? What were your thoughts?
My first time up to 1 acre was in 2016 in the winter after my first harvest here, and we came up to build and work on these companion gardens. So this was during the conversion from the way we had been previously farming Deer Meadows, how Rich Savoy had been operating. And then, Ted, when you took over, one of the first things we did was plant these companion gardens. So we were spreading wood chips, putting in lavender, rosemary, native California plants, and spreading 3 or 4 gardens around the corners of each of these blocks to try to bring in a little bit more diversity, a little bit more life in. So being here during that time and seeing the conversion and seeing the improvements on the house, in the forest, and the trees, the attention that we were giving to the areas beyond the vineyards for the first time was really really inspiring to see. And it's really great every time to come out here and get to see those gardens and to notice the transition this place has taken.